Very simple, activate the door of life. Okay, Tan Tien and the door of life. The hip movement. 9 times is very important. Reverse direction. Xẻ khổng. Now let's learn a simple way to learn how to sit. You lean back a little bit, fall but not fall, and sit but not sit. Okay, and up. Fall, fall, fall. You're gonna fall. You're gonna fall, and you sit down. Your butt sit down, not your knee bend, not bending your knee. So your butt sit down, and you come up. Okay. So in this movement of sparkle breathing, you need to do this slightly squat. Inhale, exhale, fall but not fall, sit but not sit. Inhale, golden light coming in. Exhale, cloudy gray color out. Inhale, neck tighten. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Now, the concept of Qi is everywhere, which the West also proved that inside us have the bioelectromagnetic power, and the outside also have electromagnetic power. The only difference is they're not aligned. But when you have good Qi, good heart, good intention, you can align the energy. Now today we're going to, this is also proved by that there are like thread, like line and thread, and there are substance like a line. In the Tao we call silk, pulling the silk and wrap around the bone. Okay, so the Tao said there are silk, in the around us, and all you have to do is you started to feel the energy first. Feel energy, and when you feel energy, and after that, you pull them up and down. Inhale, exhale. In the Tao, very concerned about gather the energy, condense the energy, align the energy, and condense them and bring them in to your Tan Tien fire. And you do for a while, you say, hey, I really feel that I can start to use energy outside for my own energy. It's just like when you go to the forest, go to the beach, nice forest and beach, and you walk, and you started to feel energy, and you feel better, and you feel refreshed. Okay, so now pulling the silk. In the Tao, they like to pull the silk, and you spin them into one ball, a yard, a ball. Okay, so we do like this, spin. So you feel, you slowly move, and you feel you're pulling silk out of the air, and you started to spinning, you spin the silk. You see, you spin the silk. You spin the silk and make them into a ball. And oftentimes, when we feel the silk, we wrap them into the bone. So we're spinning in the bone. We wrap them into the bone. We wrap them in the bone. So it wraps around the bone. So you start with one hand, wrap the silk. So in the Tao said, wrap the silk around the bone, turn the bone into steel. It makes the silk get very strong and things. So you spiral. So you look both hands spinning to the arm, to all the bone. Eventually you can feel that you spin the silk into the bone. And you squeeze them. You squeeze the muscle into the bone. You squeeze the muscle into your leg bone. And you learn how to squeeze the muscle into your hip bone and your lumbar and your spine. So when you spin the silk. And right. Okay, again, you see? You have to slow, and you see you slow, and you slowly move. When you slowly move, you feel that, oh, I feel something follow me. And when you feel the energy spiral you, and you're spinning into your bone. Okay. So that is the very important. Okay. This is so beautiful if you have outside and has a space and working with the nature, and you feel that eventually you feel that your whole body can feel the chi, and your whole body can breathe in the chi, and you feel the chi is everywhere. Okay. Now, the opening the door of life is important. Okay, so when you bend, so the Tao emphasize in opening the door of life, and that involved with you are bending from the lumbar. If you're bending from the neck and the chest, it not activate the lumbar. Okay, so you see, if you hold like this and you bend down and you come up, so it's very different that you bending from the, you see, like when in the West, when people finish performance, they go this way. They not go down, the head down or chest down like this. So so if you do this, you bend down and so you come up, and you bend down. You bend down. You have to feel that you bend from the lumbar. Okay, not your neck and not your shoulder and not your chest, but you are bending straight and your lumbar open. So this one in the Tao we call opening the door of life. Opening of the door of life. Okay, so you bend and you up and you bend and you come up. Okay, so this exercise I like it so much, and you can so the whole exercise. So we stretch. You bend down. And you come up. Now, I do on the side for you. You stretch up, standing on the toes. And down, and coming up and stretching upward at least 3 times, and stand on the toes. Activate all the 3 little pumps. Now bend from your lumbar and down, up, bend from your lumbar and up. Now we're going to be turning to the left, okay, turning to your left and bending down on the left side, and turn from the lumbar. Lumbar is important, and coming up, and 1. Now bend down from the right, down, and turn to the left, and coming up, and stretch up, standing on the toes. And now bending to the left, from the lumbar, turn, and up on the toes, down, and up, and rest. So you feel your lumbar warm, nice, and you really, you see, you have to learn how to bend from the lumbar. Okay, not bend from the neck and the chest only. The beneficial is not that much, because in the Tao called Door of Life, in the West know that lumbar area, especially the lumbar 2 and lumbar 3, is really help you stimulate more production of the stem cell. Okay. Now, since we work on in the Tao, we said we should get rid the negative energy, or we call the settle down energy. So that in the joint. So any joint we are folding, like the arm folding here, you fold. So when you fold like this, the blood vessel don't like it, and the settlement of the toxic, the blood don't flow well. And when we sit down, you see, when you sit down, you have 1 fold, 2 fold, okay, and a lot of time is the hip and sacrum. So we call 8 folding. So we have 1. So we have, but though you don't have the bamboo, you can order also from us. Okay, bamboo heater on the joint. You can go to the Universal Healing Tao shop. Okay, you hit on the joint. If you don't have it, you can use your hand hitting it. Hit it until you feel it's red. Okay, so sometimes you put your hand like this and you hit, so it's not that pain, and so you cup like this and you hit. Because when you fold, the blood, the stagnant, the wetness, the negative energy stuck in the fold. Okay, and you come up to the other hand. Now, some people have a lot. If you have some, it's pain. But if you have some negative or some kind of toxic, you can see them. It turn blue and like blues because the blockages of the sickness and the wetness and the toxic stay in the joint because we fall. And the neck joint that we always is the armpit. Okay, so you raise the hand up and you hit on this joint. You hit. About 9 times is good. And the other side. Now, the neck joint is the Gong area. There is a lot. We are folding so much. We are sitting and folding this joint so much. Heavy metal, toxic, waste material are settled down. We have no way to do anything, but if you hit them, you break them to small pieces, the body take care of it. So you can do both hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I have the microphone here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now, the next one is the back of the leg. Here we fold so much, especially we sit 6 or 7 hours a day. This area being fold. So and the other side. Now, when you do this, you can really, every day, you make sure that all these things will not settle down in the joints and causing all the joint problem. Okay? And if you have this thing, you can hit more. I use them to hit everywhere. Wherever I have pain, I hit it. And it's very good in the morning to beat yourself up. So the whole day nobody can beat you up, you know. You already beat yourself up, so you don't care about who's going to beat you. Now, the next is one thing that a lot of problem also. Okay. So this one, because it's loosely made to be a bamboo and have the vibration, so it don't hurt you. And now the shoulder here, because we have a computer neck or mobile telephone neck, this is very painful here. Okay, I always have that because I also look at the computer a lot and mobile a lot also. And this one is very tight and makes the whole neck problem. And the other side, so when you do that, you feel good. Okay. Now we're going to be talking about the Tao talk about the abdominal and the saliva, because we know that the abdominal is the center of digestion, center of absorption, and we know that now is 70% of our immune system or army stay in this area. Okay, and the other part is that intestine also producing a lubricant, or we call the joint lubricant, because we have so many joints. Okay, we have so many joints. So if you don't, you have to move your joints in the morning, and so when you don't move, but the joints need oil, or we call lubricant, to make the joint, and that producing in the abdominal area, in the intestine area. So if you move the intestine and you feel that you activate the saliva and you chew the saliva, when you chew the saliva and you swallow them, in the Tao believe that you are stimulate the production of glucosamine, and now we have artificial pill made from to activate the glucosamine. But if you think that, if you believe that you can producing it, I think it's very good to do that. Okay, and we're going to be exercise the joints, and after that we're going to activate the abdominal, and we get the saliva and swallow down, and just think it go to the joint. Okay, so a simple exercise we call spiral. So you spiral and stretching out, and inhale, stretching back this way, and so one circle, two circle to the front, one circle, two circle. Okay, so we have one, you sink down, squat, and pushing up. You twist your finger. So one circle, and pushing out, and so we call pinky finger twist. Pinky. Okay, pinky finger. So you pinky finger twist. And you twist the finger, and you stretch out. Now thumb twist, pinky finger twist. Okay, so now we have front, thumb, so we back, thumb twist, and we have up and standing on the toes, and coming back down, thumb twist, and standing out, stretching out. When you twist and you stand up, you stretch your tendon. Okay, and we have side twist out and twist out, and we have going downward, going down, coming up. Okay, so that is the and we have the simple, the joint, the leg, the joint in the leg spinning, and reverse joint. Okay, and okay, so like one circle, pinky finger. Okay, this way, pinky finger, and one. Turn your thumb, two. 1, 2, thumb, up. Each one 3 times is good. Okay, so now we have this going upward, up, twist, pinky finger twist, and you stretch all. We call you say twist in the curve, find the straight. So you twist and you go up straight, and your thumb twists, and you stretch up and you stand on the toe. And 2, stretch up, stretch everything, your neck, the spinal cord. And 3. Now on the side twist, side. So pinky finger twist and stretching out. Thumb twist. 2. So you sink down and stretching outward. You sink down and stretching outward from the leg. Okay, number 3. Twist, sink down and stretching outward. Okay. Now we're going to go down. Twist, going down. Twist, going down. Okay, and now shake down. So you shake this way. It's very important. Shake your finger. Now coming down, because this finger in the down very concerned is all the major organ channel come to the fingers. So when you have any meridian or tendon, and so many tendons, so if you shake them, so some people they cannot shake it very well because the tendon are tight. So you see shaking and coming down and coming up and shaking up. So shaking up. Now on the side and shaking it. It's really make sure your tendon, the ligament, because hand have a very complicated ligament. And now tendon, ligament, and joints. So now let's do abdominal breathing. Now exhale, suck your stomach, hold your breath. And now rest. Aware your mouth and activate the saliva. And move your tongue. Move your tongue around. And suck the saliva. Now, in the Tao, we believe that the saliva, like water, but is have 10 times more powerful than water, and it really can draw, so it can absorb the qi, the oxygen, the air from the space. Okay, so again, because cooling the cosmos, your energy coming, oxygen coming. So this one in the Tao, they know as a liquid oxygen. And some Tao masters, they're really concerned about that. They do 300 times a day. They say if you can swallow the saliva with taking air, mixing them very well with the oxygen, the energy qi, and when you're breathing this saliva, they hold so many oxygen and many other things. Now you're bringing the qi, you inhale, so you hold your mouth, but you think you breathe in the qi, and the saliva can hold the qi. This is what the Taoists believe, that water absorbs everything. If you levitate the water in the space, it takes oxygen. Okay? And now, if you moving saliva, it can take oxygen. And now, in the West, they discover this. They make a bottle of liquid oxygen, and you drip down in your mouth or drip down in your nose, and they say increase your oxygen. I think this is the Tao discovered many thousand years, and you don't have to pay any money, but it's the best. But the theory is that when you are any sickness, it really lubricating your joints and make your joint. You need to. We have so many joints, and all these joints need the glucosamine, need fluid like the saliva fluid to lubricate them. Okay, and so. Now you touch, and you want to swallow them down to intestine, and let the intestine absorb this fully charged with oxygen and qi. You see, qi is the Tao believe that when you think about energy around you, so you gather the qi, and you're breathing in the throat area, suction here. So you feel qi go to the saliva and mix them, and again inhale. Gather the qi, smile, feel you gather qi, and so we call eating the cosmos. And you feel qi, and sometimes you feel like the cheeks are expand. Now you touch the navel. And the focus is we want to swallow them all the way down into the intestine, because this one you don't need to digest. Okay? And so we want a force to push them down. And now, the Tao believe that the saliva charged with oxygen, and it burns into energy. Or become the lubricant to activate the glucosamine, and because you exercise the joint, so you just relax and feel this energy, this glucosamine, the lubricant come into the joints, because you exercise them and you activate the glucosamine. And now they're going to start to distribute into the joints. Human get to one level, all the joints, when we don't do anything, it dry out. Okay. So let's do one more saliva. I know you can do anytime. When you're so tired, so exhausted, get some oxygen into your system. And this is the best one because it's yours. So when you do it, it dissolves into the saliva, and it becomes part of you. And this is the best liquid oxygen. It gives you more oxygen into the system. I'm breathing. I'm breathing in. And feel warm, fire burning, and you feel qi, because oxygen with saliva, it burns into energy. It becomes your energy. And now, one tiny little bottle of liquid oxygen, because now they discover that people don't breathe enough, not enough oxygen go to the system. So they make a liquid oxygen. There's a $60 for one bottle, and you drip in your mouth, and this is, you can do it anytime. So that's why the Tao said do it 300 times a day. You really oxygenating your system is the best of the best thing you can do yourself. Okay? Still? กี่นาที โ Hi, morning. We're going to go through all the practice we do, and you see how quick they are. It's the repetition, okay, that you turn into, when you repetition, you repeat it and practicing it. So the Tao said, think, visualize become actualization. You visualize, you actually practicing it, you think about it, and eventually you do it and become part of you. Okay. In the Tao, they talk about this diaphragm, and involved with the a baby instinct is the diaphragm to breathe. Okay, but in the Tao believe that a baby already fully developed a diaphragm in the mother womb, a fetus. They develop, and the Tao said the diaphragm are doing it, the work. Okay, and the work that they do is the diaphragm, and so this pubic diaphragm together with the thoracic diaphragm together, the pubic diaphragm, they synchronize and become we call power suction, draw in the oxygen, the life energy into us. Now, a cranial also in the Tao believe that the cranial eventually we don't do anything much, but it's stuck. The brain cannot move well. But the Tao believe that the cranial and the pubic floor so involved with train them turn into the drawing of spiritual energy. So the one that we do in the first and second day is the primordial light. Now the pubic floor and the perineum and the gate of light is the one that draw in the primordial force. Okay, so one is primordial light, one is primordial force. So you need to take them in. And the Tao very concerned about there's two forces, and we have another force is in the heart. And this the heart energy, so the sexual energy and the sexual energy and the primordial force, or we call Kundalini force, are the same energy, very similar energy. They attract each other. A loving energy, if you want more happiness, happy, you believe that the love, joy, happiness store in the heart. And the Tao said all you have to do is smiling into your heart. And when you're smiling into your heart, you activate the love, joy, and happiness. Okay, and when you activate that, the love, joy, and happiness coming out, and it started to give you the health and the wealth, the grateful, thankfulness. You attract. You have, when people are love, joy, happy, and smiling, you attraction. Okay, you have attraction, and what we call the abundance going to come to you also. Joy and happiness come to you. Okay, so now, but this loving energy from the heart and the primordial force and sexual energy, in the Tao said they are not very smart. But in the mid eyebrow here, we call wisdom light. Okay, So if you use the abdominal breathing, you activate this wisdom light. So this is the wisdom center. Mid-eyebrow, forehead, and the crown, this is the wisdom center. But the wisdom center have no power. They only have intelligence and wisdom and the healing power, but they don't have their own real force. Heart have the loving power, loving energy, but the heart don't have the not very intelligent. So sometimes people, an organizer or a big organizing, sometimes they can use people love by showing something very pretty picture and activate the love, and now people just give money and donation and all kind of things. But so the Tao says sometimes a loving energy can be blind. Okay, blind love or blind follow, and all these things because it have no intelligence. So in today we're going to talk about when you bring this light coming in and combine with the heart. Now you see, hey, you started to feel that this intelligent light combined with the powerful loving energy. Now this love have intelligence and wisdom. Okay. Otherwise, they don't have this. They don't have the intelligence. Now, the sexual energy, the Tao said they are quite stupid. They actually use the word that is not intelligent at all. They have tremendous power, like the Kundalini. They have terrible, incredible power, but they have no intelligence. And they just power and power and power, and they go to anywhere they cannot go to, they bang right to it. The same thing like sexual energy. But the primordial light, the intelligent light, they have intelligence, but they have no power. So the whole practice in the Tao, from now until higher level like Fusion 1, Fusion 2, Fusion 3, is the alchemical part, beginning alchemy part of the Tao. It's all work about this. So when you have this light coming in, and you can bring them down to merge with the sexual energy, bang, energy started to transform. Now the sexual energy and the primordial light, they come together and they become one force. Now the sexual energy have intelligence, okay, and the intelligence have the force. Okay, that means human are creating all kind of machinery, okay, and have to run with our intelligence. But those machinery, and in the war we build up the big tank, the aeroplane, the all kind of gun and power and all kind of machine is so powerful, but it needs intelligence of human. So the intelligence of human have to be either used in the good way or in the wrong way, because the intelligence. Okay, so let's do the let's stand up in this heart of thing. Stand up a little bit is better in the way. So let's start with abdominal breathing. Standing, when breathing need grounding. So exhale and feel it pull up your pelvic floor. And Now, this abdominal diaphragm is very powerful, and it lift up the pelvic floor. The pelvic floor we call a chi muscle, involved with the chi muscle. And this floor, if we don't keep up, we don't bring chi up into the organ more, because we lift out every day. Eventually, everything sets down. Okay, so you look at this diaphragm. This is the big. The top here is the big section. The top here is the big section, and you pull up. So which one move up? This one move up. Now we're going to separate them into different regions. So 1 and 2 is the anus. Okay, so you contract the anus, you squeeze and pull upward. Okay, so the contract anus and pull up. Now when you understand the power of the suction, and it's very easy for you to do it. If you do every time, start with the pelvic floor. Now the next one is the zone 3 is the whole sexual organ. For lady, it's the vagina. So you inhale, you suck your pelvic floor, and now you pull up. You focus on pulling up of the sexual organ. The whole thing pull upward first, and relax. So this muscle, and there are muscles there that we emphasize. We call the muscle that control the urinate, and there's a muscle you can learn how to control the bring back the energy back. Okay, but as I told you that today we're going to go through that. If you are not ejaculation, you hold back the sexual energy, the sperm, and you also hold back the seminal fluid. The lady is no problem, because we talk about that later on. Because lady only 1 egg that are mature, and the rest is the fluid. So if the lady have less fluid, the way to do it very simple: drink more water. Because 99% of the fluid of the woman is made from water. So if you drink more water, activate the clitoris, the clit, and you feel that you have more fluid, more juicy. Okay, and it's really you have it. If you don't have enough water, okay, so make a habit, drink enough water, especially in the morning when you wake up, because we are not drinking water a long period. So if you wake up in the morning, drink 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 glasses, but don't drink them in one time. You drink it, you do this, do that, exercise, walk this and do that, and you drink the second glass, and you remind yourself drink at least 2 or 3 glasses of water. Now, one thing not good, you have to go to the toilet in the morning a lot. So if you are traveling, you be careful earlier. So that is the zone 3. Now zone 4, we back to this part, we isolate them into testicle. So you are aware, pull up the testicle and relax. And a breathing, testicle breathing, ovary breathing. Now so you're doing inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now the next one involved with the $1 million point. Okay, the $1 million point is in front. So the last one, the number 5. So again, 1, 2 in the anus. 3 is a holding, whole sexual organ. 4, separate out testicle, ovary, breathing. Okay, 5, we separate out the prostate gland and the uterus breathing. together with the $1 million point. Is that okay? So zone 1 is anus. 1 and 2 anus, because it's contract and pull up. So there's two parts. That muscle is very important because in the Tao, they regarding that if the anus not tight, we're losing energy. Okay. Now, the other part is involved with so the zone 3 is the whole sexual organ, vagina contract and pull down, and zone 4 is the testicle and the ovary breathing. In the Taoism, in the Pakwa, they have 2 kwa. One is the heaven, one is the mountain. Is the testicle and ovary, and they divide into the left testicle, right testicle, and that is the heavenly diagram and a mountain diagram, and that is become very important because testicle and ovary is the one that build up the human here. Yeah, so that's why in the Tao they think that is very important part. Okay, so and number 5 is $1 million point. And when you contract up, and that is a prostate gland, and you contract up, that is the uterus, and all the way up into the crown. Okay, so let's do it. Now, first thing you have to make sure the pelvic floor are moving. The pelvic floor are moving. Okay, so abdominal breathing. And 9-18-36. Now exhale, suck the stomach in, navel to the spine. Sucking in and you feeling in the spinal cord. And hold your breath. And now anus, you emphasize in the anus. You can exhale a little bit, inhale. Now zone 3, sexual organ, whole sexual organ. You feel you pull up, and the pelvic actually helping you pull up the whole sexual organ. And you can exhale a little bit, inhale. Now, testicle and ovary. And exhale. Now, the $1 million point is one line from here, go up to the head, and it pass through the prostate gland, pass through the cervix of the lady, and that is the important part of so the point $1 million point that pass through the prostate gland of the man, that area we call the male G spot. Okay, so when we contract it, and you contract it, and you contract it, it always, so you see when you contract the sexual organ, contract the anus, you feel whole line go up to the head. And when you contract the third point, you can feel the whole energy come up into the functional channel all the way up to the frontal lobe here. And when you get into the zone 4, testicle, you can feel your brain actually moving up and down together with the testicle and ovary. Okay, $1 million point is the direct middle center, all up to the crown. Okay, so let's do one more. Exhale. Now exhale. Now pull up the $1 million point up to the crown. And right. Now, so this is the 5 zone, okay? So the number 1, the anus, up 1 and 2. And number 3 is the whole sexual up, and you can train later on separate. And also you can when you go to PP, we're going to talk about that. Men and women the same. You stop the urine and you do it, and you PP again. That muscle is how you control the stopping of the urine or holding it, okay, like the anus. So it's a very important muscle, okay. And pull up the penis and separate the training the penis pulling upward. And the other one is number 4, the zone 4 is the testicle and ovary breathing, okay. And the last zone